Hi, kings and queens. Taronic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of astrology. Thank you for being here with me today, lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable. Therefore, I will be sharing valuable information with you that will help you to navigate the week's upcoming challenges, take advantage of the opportunities and assistance coming your way, and even be able to look forward to the blessings. Now, that being said, this is a weekly collective update, and it ranges from the 6th today until the 12th on Saturday. My devices are really acting up. This Mercury retrograde is like, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm fighting through it. So after you listen to the announcements, please feel free to utilize the timestamps below in the comment section. You can pop directly over to your sun, moon, or rising. Knowing your chart is an essential part of predictions, guys. If you need a natal chart analyzed or a tarot reading, please contact me via messenger, or you can just email me at mentalchattermusings@gmail.com. Remember, there will be no newsletter this month. However, Mental Chatter Musings is doing a book giveaway. We're hosting a book giveaway. We'll be featuring select authors all month and even giving away some of their literary treats. Now, this week we're celebrating romantic suspense author Danielle Allen. This week we'll be gifting a special reader an autographed copy of her literary masterpiece, The Cask, which is actually an adaptation from Edgar Allan Poe's The Cask of Amontillado. So stay tuned for the sneak peeks on my Facebook page at E. Ray Taronic, or author E. Ray Taronic. Now, this week, Diamond's Literary World Diamond's World on Clubhouse actually has a couple of authors coming to the stage. Now, on Tuesday, June the 8th, at 7 p.m., Diane will be getting up close and personal with author Aubrey Penn. And then on Thursday, June the 10th, Radiah Hubbard is actually going to be chatting it up about Urban Reviews, which she is the co-founder of, as well as the virtual Midwest Book Festival taking place on June the 12th. So please stop by Diamond's World on Clubhouse this week, Tuesday and Thursday, and catch the literary tea. Now, of course, on Fridays, as you can all Fridays, you can head on over to ICU Reading and Chatting on Facebook. They do a Freestyle Friday every Friday. Authors will be given a chance to give their impromptu freestyles according to a subject of the lady's choosing. If you like a chance, if you just like to check it out, or even if you're an author and would like a chance to participate, you can contact Ebony Evans, the president of ICU Reading and Chatting. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. The sun is in the sign of Gemini, along with Mercury, which is retrograde, and the North Node. Communication from the past or dealing with past events takes center stage. Okay. At the same time, we have a solar eclipse promising to add something positive to our lives. And then the Mars transit into Leo shifts our challenges into another sector of life. So let's look at what this all means for each sign. If you have any placements within 3 degrees of the degree that I mentioned, more or less, these energies will impact you more strongly. So the closer you are to the degree aspected, the more powerfully the transit will impact your life. Okay. Now, let's start off with Cancer, the sign of Cancer. Today is June the 6th, okay? And the sun is in Gemini, which is actually your area of secret sacrifice and solitude. So what's highlighted right now is things behind the scenes, even within your soul, things being drudged up from the past that that's been in your subconscious that you have to let out at this point now. You can't deal with bottling it up any longer. All of that is being drudged up during Gemini season. Okay. Now, I want you to be mindful of your actions this week, even going into next week, especially today. Okay. Accidents are possible, especially for those who square this angle, like Pisces or Virgo. So if you have any aspects in Pisces or Virgo, you can have some challenges there. But remember, the Pisces angle has Jupiter there, so you don't have to worry too much about the Pisces angle. And the Pisces angle is your area of education and skills, what you think, what you preach. So you're all good there, okay? Even if people are gossiping behind the scenes, it doesn't matter. You have luck there, so you're fine. Now, your area of Virgo, however, is about communication. siblings, short distance travel, your networks of people, community around you. You have some friction there. And that friction there is pretty much has to do with gossip, going around, maybe your neighbors gossiping around about you, a sibling gossiping about you, criticizing you, basically, is what they're doing. So if you encounter somebody today, don't argue with them. If you find out somebody's talking crap about you, don't even delve into it. Don't even worry about it. Just mind your tongue, especially if your nerves get bad, if you smoke, you get that cigarette fix if you're agitated because you don't have your nicotine or have whatever it is that you need. Try not to let them upset you. Try not to let them get you off of your square. Okay. Gemini is indicative of the nervous system, breathing issues, smoking related issues. So you want to be mindful of that. In addition to that, be mindful of when you're traveling short distances, going from point A to point B. Number one, you don't want to get into an argument with anybody during travel or an argument with the person you're riding with, because it could go too further than you want it to go. You don't want to be arguing with somebody, even if they are criticizing you or nitpicking you. You want to kind of keep it cool, so maybe you could just let them know in a nice way. You know what? I'm not really feeling this today or that well today. Maybe we should postpone this conversation for another time, okay? That's today. Now, tomorrow on June the 7th, Gemini is at 17 degrees. That's the day you want to focus on what matters as far as your secret, sacrifice, solitude, things behind the scenes that are aspecting you, whether it's taxes, inheritance, insurance, money, loans, whatever it is that has to do with some type of sacrifice you might need to make, some secrets going around that you might hear about something, a secret that actually benefits you. And that could be in home and family or with shared finances as far as taxes, inheritance, insurance, and things like that. And you want to be able to make moves appropriately. Okay. So make sure that you're prioritizing everything that you need to take care of on the 7th. That's very important. You want the best results for the day. If it doesn't matter to you, then don't mind it. Hurt feelings or not, you have to do what's best for you on the 7th. Okay. Now on the 8th, Gemini is at 18 degrees. So you want to be mindful of the blessings that you receive and use them to your optimum advantage. So if you receive a blessing on the 8th that has to do with some money behind the scenes, which will probably come in through home and family, whether it's taxes, inheritance, insurance, loans, or anything like that. If you get a payment from the government, make sure you use that money to the best of your ability so that it works out the best for you. I'm sorry if the camera's really dark, guys. I'm on my Android. I was on my iPhone. It has much better lighting, but like I said, technical issues. But anyway, if you get money on that day, make sure that you use it wisely. Okay. Now, because the friction aspect of that area is community, short distance travel, things like that. So you might have some nitpicking issues with a sibling. I have to say this. If you are a person who recently has had a death in the family and you're expecting to get some money from that, you might have some friction or some criticism from a sibling, or you might be arguing with them over the finances or over the money. Try not to argue with them about that. Try not to get into it with them about that, even if, the money does come to you, because it very well might, especially once the new moon is aspecting in the area of secret, sacrifice, solitude. So you're ushering in something good. But let me not get ahead of myself, because what we're doing is we're talking about the 8th, you getting that blessing. Okay. Make sure you use it to the best of your ability. Now, going into the 9th, Gemini is at 19 degrees. You'll need to have your wits about you and use your intuition on this day as it pertains to secret, sacrifice, solitude, things under cover. Also, make sure you have your license and everything straight, because when you're driving around, going from point A to point B, especially around you, near you, you might get into, I don't want to say an accident, but you might get pulled over, criticized by a police officer or something like that. And you don't want to get into any trouble, okay? Because that's squaring your area of Gemini. So please be careful. No speeding and things like that, okay? But you have someone lurking in the shadows, maybe even on the 9th on that day. That's a day you might get pulled over or something like that by a cop just sitting off on the side of the road. Be very careful of that, okay? Because, you know, you could get in trouble with that. And, you just don't need that. Okay. So be careful of that, of your travel. Now, on the 10th, the new moon solar eclipse is coming in. Okay. It's at Gemini at 19 degrees. Remember, you already had something eclipsed out of your area of work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. Okay. Something is changed about your work, your health, your daily routines, where you are of service to others. But now that something is eclipsed out, now you have something coming in this month. And that's aspecting that new moon, that solar eclipse for the next 2 weeks is going to be super strong. But whatever blessing it brings in that has to do with secret, sacrifice, and solitude, and most likely for you, that's going to be like money, taxes, inheritance, or something like that coming in. It's going to come over and sprinkle in over the next 6 months. Okay. Now, that being said, make sure you use that money to your advantage. If it's coming to you through, you know, like I said, inheritance or something like that, try not to get into it with other people in the family that might be upset with you because you got that money, or a sibling or something like that being upset because you garnered that favor. All right. Now, just don't tell anybody, you know, your business anyway. You know, because you have those blessings aspecting, and they're aspecting through home and family, and where you have worked for something, where you have put in for something, where you have redone your taxes and now that money's coming to you, where you have refinanced your house and now that money's coming in, where you've been waiting for inheritance or taxes or insurance money, and it's going to start coming in. That new moon is ushering in that goodness from behind the scenes. It's also ushering in for you closure. You know, where you have been maybe putting yourself in solitude or something like that. Now you're going to get a blessing from that coming in. In addition to that, you also have career opportunities aspecting, promising you money, okay, behind the scenes, or it might be under the table. You might want to take those opportunities to gain that money, but you're going to have to work, especially with Mars moving into your sector of Leo soon. That's your sector of money, okay? Energy and challenges into making money is what you're going to be doing with this, you know, solar eclipse aspecting. Now, with that being said, let's see. I told you your areas of friction that you have, and we've already gone over. I want to talk to you about your stability. Okay. You have something coming in that's going to create stability for you. That's going to help you move forward, whether it's in a business, whether it's a project, an educational endeavor. You're going to recover from some health issues. You're going to get better from some health issues that are aspecting you. And that security is coming in through money. And it might be the money coming in that's helping you get through those issues. And I would say, let's see, I want to make sure, because I'm using my cards to help me just a little bit as well. Listen to the practical advice that you're getting and you're coming your way. You might get some practical advice from someone as to your stability or as to your health, and you might want to make sure you listen to that. It could be an air sign person, Libra, Aquarius, or Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay. You're going to get that message. Oh, and you can get a message. Okay. Yeah. You're going to get a message as to your stability, and your finances and stuff. And I've already said that coming in, for this solar eclipse. Okay, but you need to make sure that you are not necessarily telling people about all of your favor, because there's someone around slandering you that wants to knock you off your perch, especially on the 10th, on that day. Be mindful, be humble, so that you don't upset or anger people and have them wishing bad on you, you know, because you don't need that. Although they held no power over you, but you just don't want that kind of energy out there. Now, in addition to that, guys, you have the Temperance card. So that's calling for you to have patience, and it's calling for you to operate in moderation. Okay. You have a lot of things that are imposing demands on you, especially once the Mars moves over into your area of personal finances. So you want to balance your money. You want to not go overboard. You want to not be getting into conflicts with people. You know, can just be able to just control yourself across the board. Your knee-jerk reactions, your impulses to overindulge, and things like that, because you have goodness coming in and you have an offer coming in. Okay. So that offer that's coming in, that's offering you a abundance or assistance or money, you want to use it wisely. Okay. Because that's what's coming in for you for this new moon cycle. Unknown caller. Now, sorry about that. Now, that being said, on June the 11th, Gemini is at 20 degrees, okay? And that's going to be anything aspecting between 17 and 23 degrees. This is going to hit you harder, okay, on the 11th. You may have been nervous about a goal that you've been trying to accomplish, okay? But it could come in during that time, and you may get good news on that day as to your goal being accomplished, and that eases some of your fears. Okay, loyal friends and higher ups can really be a boon for you, or maybe someone in power. Okay, they're helping you to a victory. You're gonna get somebody's gonna bring in some type of victory for you. Like I said, especially if you have those aspects between 17 and 23 degrees Gemini, and you have them or 17 to 23 degrees Libra, or 17 to 23 degrees Aquarius. You have a blessing coming in. The Ace of Swords is about raw power. It's about a victory aspecting. It's about a win, period, coming your way. Okay, let me get my stuff straightened. And with the Ace of Swords, you're gonna have the mental acuity to withstand your challenges, and you will prevail over the opposition. You will be submitting yourself at the top of a hill with some kind of win that's coming into you this week. Okay, now at the same time, Mars is moving over into Leo, and that's your, like I said, your personal finances sector. Squaring your personal finances sector is going to be friends and goals. You might not have the money to do everything you want to do with friends and goals. You could also have a friend come in and shockingly affect your finances in some way. Okay. In addition to that, you don't want to spend too much on romance, on romantic endeavors. Remember, you got the Temperance card. Temperance card is calling for you to balance, for you to not go overboard in either direction, with children, with your resources, with creative endeavors, or with a romantic partner. Okay. Be very mindful of that as far as your money, because you can spend too much on both ends. Don't do that. Okay. Don't let that Mars transit suck your money up, because you need that money for something. You're saving that money for something. Okay. Now, you might deal with a tyrant on that day. Okay. Or somebody criticizing you or lying to you about finances. It could be a child. It could be a romantic partner, or it could be someone within a creative endeavor that you're working with. Okay. Somebody could be being deceptive about finances, or not telling you something about finances, keeping something from you. Or if you leave money around, try not to do that, because you might have a child swipe it up. Okay. And take it. So, as far as your assistance coming your way while Mars is in that area of personal finances, which means you're going to be working hard for resources and personal finances. But your assistance is behind the scenes, and it's in home and family. So whatever money that you get, it could be assisting you to get a house or an apartment or somewhere you want to move to, but it's coming in from behind the scenes, and it could be coming in as a secret. It could be coming in of someone just telling you, hey, they got that house over there for sale, or they got that house over there for rent, for, or something like that. So don't waste your resources and your money that's coming in, because you're going to need that for something. Okay. Use your money wisely. This week is all about you taking those blessings you have and using them wisely, Cancer, because you are going to get a win or some type of blessing this week. Okay. Don't take it for granted. Now on the 12th, and this is going to be aspecting all the way into July. You're going to have those issues in money and in resources all the way into July. Okay. Now, that being said, on the 27th, though, Venus is going to come into that sector of your personal finances and resources. So it's going to cool things a little and allow you to make money, allow you to have pleasurable times. Just don't go overboard. And it's going to allow you to bring you romance as well. It could also, give you chances to go out with a romantic partner and spend some money, but you don't want to overindulge. That's very important that you don't overindulge, okay? Because once that Venus comes in on the 27th, it's good for you, but then it could cause you to want to go overboard. So be careful. Now, on the 12th, the sun is at 21 degrees, okay? We end the week working on our craft. Okay. Turn some music on, delve into a hobby, delve into some of your creative works, do some work that needs to be done, turn your magic on, so to speak. Okay. Whatever results that you're trying to get, you can get them on that day. If you go ahead and delve into that hobby or that creativity, or, like my husband, he needs to be doing his schoolwork, for his bachelor's degree. He's, been going through his back troubles and stuff like that. So he's been on pause for some of his work, and his teachers gave him more time to do his work. So that's a time for him to go ahead and jump on that and start doing his work now. Saturday would be a great day for that. So the same thing goes for you. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's move along to the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. 22. Ooh, 2222. Scorpio, look that up. Look that angel number up, 2222, and see what that means for you. Okay. Now, today is the 6th, and it's asking you today to basically, the focus is on your shared finances, on endings, new beginnings, death, rebirth, and things like that. Okay. It's at 16 degrees. So if you have any placements between, I would say 13 and 19 degrees, this will impact you heavier. Please be mindful of your actions today and this week, even going into next week. Accidents are very possible, especially for those who square this angle, like Virgo or Pisces, or if you have any transits in Virgo or Pisces. I wouldn't really worry about the Pisces because you have luck there. Luck is in the sign of Pisces for until July 27th. So I wouldn't worry about that. That's romance, creativity, and children. But you do have some friction aspecting that area from friends, social groups, and goals. You have friends. Sorry about that. You have friends. My son was grabbing the phone. You have friends criticizing you within social groups, with the goals you're trying to accomplish as far as your shared finances, with having new beginnings with some social groups who feel like they want to criticize you because of the favor you are aspecting. Don't worry about it. Don't let people upset you, where you are of service to others. And, don't let your friends criticizing you get you upset because, in the grand scheme of things, they don't matter as far as that's concerned. This is your finances, if it's shared finances and you are into it with someone else criticizing you about shared finances, Scorpio, that's different. It could be somebody you care for as well. They could be a friend, but it also could be like, a relative that, is also a friend. you know. Like even with my husband, I say my husband is my best friend, you know, and many times he might criticize how I go about. Usually it's how I go about working on things I'm passionate about because I'm a workaholic. But you might have someone criticizing you there. So you want to be careful with that, criticizing you with shared finances and things. Make sure you're open to listening to others, but don't let somebody just straight out criticize you or misuse you. You're getting some type of win coming in. You're getting some type of offer that's going to be coming into you. And whatever offer is coming into you, Scorpio, is going to bring you your 10 of Cups. Okay. The happiness card, fulfillment, you know, even if the happy family card, even if you don't have a happy family or have a family, you know, a significant other and children and all that, it's whatever your fulfillment is, whatever you were looking for is coming in this week. Okay. You're getting some type of fulfillment. You're getting some type of offer coming into you. So don't worry about the cups that have already spilled over or that you feel you're losing, you know, because of that, maybe even that Sagittarius eclipse that eclipsed something out. Something now is being eclipsed in. So don't worry about what's over and what's ended. Okay. Focus on the goodness coming into you now. All right. And I'm still on the 6th. Gemini is indicative of your nervous system, breathing, smoking issues, things like that. So if you know you need some nicotine and you haven't had your nicotine fix, then just don't, you know, be mindful of that. Don't flip out on somebody because you don't have your fix, and don't let people agitate you to where they push you to do something against your morals, you know, against what you normally are and what you normally stand for. Let's move to the next day, because I was just talking about one day and I went off into everything. Okay. On the 7th, tomorrow, Gemini is at 17 degrees. That's the day you want to focus on what matters most. Okay. What matters most as far as your shared finances, endings, new beginnings, taxes, inheritance, insurance, things like that, things that you're passionate about. You want to focus, and you don't want your goals to be scattered. You want to prioritize because you want the best results. If it doesn't matter, don't pay any attention to it. On to the next objective, because regardless of hurt feelings, you need to do what's best for you in shared finances and with things you're passionate about. Okay. With finances, inheritance, taxes, insurance, and things like that. Connor. Sorry. Taxes, inheritance, insurance, and things like that. Okay. Now, on the 8th, Gemini is at 18 degrees. You want to be mindful of the blessings you receive on that day. You want to use them to your optimum advantage, because as quickly as it comes in, it could go. So if you get something coming in for shared finances, use it as a boon. If it comes in as a blessing you, like if you have any aspects between 15 and I would say 21 degrees, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, those are going to be blessings for you. Okay. If you get a blessing that day, that's what it's going to be coming through. All right. And that blessing is going to be behind the scenes. It could be, like I said, taxes, loans, insurance, whatever it is. It's something that you've already been working on in home and family. It could be a home that you're working on. Okay. You trying to get money for a home, to update your home, to move, or something like that. That's going to be coming in. Don't waste that money on something else. You hear me? Don't waste that money on something else. Use it for what it's supposed to be used for. Don't get all excited and start spending willy-nilly on stuff that doesn't, you know, matter, because the communication is going to come in this week and it's coming fast. Okay. Now, so don't be wasteful. Okay. Pay attention. In addition to that, you also have career opportunities aspecting, assistance, or offers to work or to be of service to someone else. Okay, coming to you in career, but you're going to have to work hard for it though. You know, it's not just something it's a boon. It's given to you. It's a blessing, but you're going to be working your little tail off. Okay. Now on the 9th, Gemini is at 19 degrees. That's the sun. The focus is on, you're still on your shared finances, endings, new beginnings, and things like that. Things you're passionate about. Have your wits about you and use your intuition on the 9th. If you know those who mean you know good, do not tell them about the good that you are aspecting. This is someone lurking in the shadows on that day, on the 9th, as to your accomplishments, trying to ruin something. And that person will be a friend of yours, someone you know you're connected to within a social group or something like that. They're trying to block a goal that you're trying to accomplish, and it could be with a creative endeavor, which I wouldn't worry about because you have Pisces there, and that's sprinkling luck on it, so you're going to be good. It could be with a romantic partner, or it could be a romantic partner that's just working your nerves. But Pisces is there. I wouldn't worry about it. It's sprinkling luck. Or it could be a child aspecting your shared finances, and you have to pay out something for a lover or a child, But like I said, if it's something that's mandatory, you got to do what you got to do. But you do have luck there. Okay, so you'll be okay. Just make sure if you don't have to buy it, if you don't have to pay for it, don't do it. Okay, save that money for whatever you know you need it for. You know your priorities. Now, and that's on the 9th. Now on the 10th, there you go. The new moon solar eclipse is coming in. That's bringing you your blessing. For that the next 2 weeks, it's going to be strong. Starting on the 10th, it's going to be, a really strong aspect, especially if you have, I would say between 16 and 22 degrees Gemini. You're going to have a blessing coming in, and that would count for Libra and Aquarius as well between those degrees. Okay, your blessing will be coming in from behind the scenes in shared finances. So if you've been working on taxes, that money's going to come in. If you've been waiting on the loan, inheritance, insurance, that money is coming in. But you're going to want to use this wisely. Okay, this is the card of a message coming in. But it's going to be practical advice that someone is sending your way. So you want to listen to that, listen to the advice or the helpful hints that maybe a mentor or someone who is a good judge of character is bringing in. Okay, because they're going to help you to figure out exactly what it is you need to figure out. They're going to help you be able to use that money wisely that's coming in, because you have those shared finances coming in. Someone is trying to knock you off your perch, though. Someone is trying to take it away from you, whether it's a boss, whether it's someone you're connected with. They're slandering your name, and they are mad because of that favor, your aspect.